Yo, what it do, world champions? Y'all know what it is, man. It's time for the daily hustle. In today's episode, we're talking about 4 simple ways that you can leverage your intellectual capital. You are already worth millions. That's good news, right? Man, I'm going to prove it to you right after this. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur from wealthcreationplaybook.com. If you're new to the Daily Hustle, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you also smash that notification button. If you're on the Facebook page, make sure you like the page as well as like the video, man. Listen, the Daily Hustle is all about getting your day started off with some positive action steps that you can take. Hopefully, I'm encouraging and motivating and lifting you up to greater heights. Listen, man, I want to help you understand something. On Fridays, we do something called the Money Edition. I want to help you create more cash flow, build more wealth, open up another stream of income, learn to invest. That's what we do on Fridays. And today is all about you, man. Listen, you're already worth millions. You just don't know what to do to get it, right? See, we live in one of the greatest times in the history of mankind. Now, I know it don't seem like it with all the hype going on around this coronavirus, and I don't mean to minimize it at the least, but we have the tools and the resources in the hands of practically everybody on this planet to build and create wealth, especially if you are here in America. Everybody has one of these or access to one of these. And that simple tool, right, can transform your life if you understand that you're already worth millions. See, a good mentor of mine told me about 3 or 4 years ago that it's not about what you can do as much as it's about what you know how to do, right? There's more in what you know than what you do. And that refers to your intellectual capital. I want you to think about something, right? You probably are on your way to work if you're watching this live right now today. And the reason you're going to work is because you bring value to your company, right? Whatever you do, you bring value to your company. But not only do you bring value to your company because of what you actually do, but it's more about what you know how to do. And that's where your true blessing lies. To give an example, I raised my sons, and the youngest two play basketball, right? One is actually in college playing basketball right now, second year in college. So as I was raising my boys to play basketball, I would teach them drills and things that I learned in high school. I never played college ball, but I played high school ball, was a pretty good street ball player. So I taught and trained them, right? So that's what I was doing. But then I also knew how to do that, right? So lo and behold, after the success of my sons, people started asking me to train their sons, right? And even their daughters. I trained a couple young ladies as well. So now I took what I was doing with my sons, and then I turned it into an enterprise for me to make some extra money, right? So not only did I know how to train my boys, I knew how to train other people and build a business around training young athletes. So what does that mean? Not only could I get paid to train young athletes, I could take it to another level and teach parents how to start a business training other people's young athletes. Are y'all starting to get it? I don't know if you are, people, but there's more in what you know than what you do. And I'm going to give you 4 steps here and what you need to do to make this happen here in a second. right? Give you another example. Some of you guys know me from being in the network marketing space. I have personally recruited in network marketing over 350 people, right? So that's what I did, but that's also what I know how to do. So doing that for myself created a nice 4-figure monthly residual income for me and my family. But how many people do you know in the network marketing space struggling with recruiting and would like to know how I recruited over 350 people, right? So now I can teach them what I know, and they pay me for that. Not only can I take what I've done, which I'm able to personally recruit over 350 people, I can teach people how to get that same result. And then I can take it a step further. When I teach people and they start going out, they start recruiting 30, 40, 50 people, 100 people, because I was able to teach them how to do that, I can then later teach them how to build a business around teaching other network marketers how to succeed in network marketing. I think some of you guys are starting to get it. You're starting to grasp this concept that there is more in what you know than what you do. You are sitting on millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of intellectual capital that you don't think is valuable. It's not true, people. It's very, very valuable. You just need these 4 steps in order to make it produce for you. Step number 1, if you're going to take what you know and turn it into something something worthwhile, then the first thing you have to do is expose people to what you know. See, as I trained my sons in basketball, we would go to the local parks, and sometimes they would play when they were playing for their schools and things of that nature. We would show up a little early, and I would teach them a drill or two. We'll stay a little bit after, and I would teach them a drill or two. And what happened was other parents were watching what I was doing with my sons. Then they would see how my sons performed in the games. And they would say, okay, so there's a correlation. Not only do they come to practice, but before practice, they have a dad who's teaching them a few things. After practice, their dad. So I exposed them to what I knew. And that's how they start coming to me and saying, hey, do you mind working with my child? Can I ask you a couple pointers, right? Number 1, you have to expose what you know. Number 2, exposing what you know will oftentimes lead you to teaching what you know, right? So there's one thing to expose what you know, but when you teach what you know, you have an intention to help other people get a specific result. And that's where the money is, people. So when you can teach someone how to do something and they get the specific result that you predicted, and then you can duplicate that over and over and over, now you become an authority. Because not only did you expose people to what you know, people actually took what you taught them, they executed, and they got the result that you said that they would get. Now they see value in that. Number 3, then you have to digitize what you know. Now, let's be clear, people. We are living in the digital age, right? So if you're not digitizing what you know, then you're missing out on all of the people who are on this device every single day looking for what it is that you know. I guarantee you, I don't care what you know, somebody on some search engine is typing in right now how to do what it is you know how to do, right? But if you don't digitize what you know so that they can find it when they are doing these searches, then it's going to be hard for you to take what you know and capitalize on that intellectual capital. Last but not least, number 4, then you sell what you know. That's right. I know some of you guys have an STD when it comes to sales. No, get your mind out of the gutter. I'm not talking about that kind of STD. I'm talking about most people are scared to death when it comes to the idea of selling anything. Well, I want you to know something, man. Every second of every minute of every hour of every day, something is being sold. Only question I have is who's getting the commission, right? Because there's commission on every sale, right? So the fourth thing that you have to learn how to do is sell what you know. Now, here's the cool thing about those 4 steps. You guys have been watching me. If you've been following my page at any time, even this video today, you're watching me do those 4 things. I'm exposing to you what I know about how to transform your intellectual property into products that can make you money, right? I'm exposing to you. Then I'm actually teaching you how to think about all of the information that you have packed in your mind, right? And some of you guys are going to take what I'm saying right now and you're actually going to start a consultancy. You're actually going to start teaching and training somebody on what you know, and you're going to charge them a little bit of money. Some of you guys are going to take it to the next level and you are going to go ahead and digitize what you know, and you're going to package it up into a course, into a membership area. Some of you guys are going to start selling what you know like hotcakes. So now I taught you something, and because I taught you, you're going to go execute what I taught you, and you're going to get a specific result that I anticipated that you will get. And then I'm digitizing what I know right now as I'm recording this live stream, right? And then all of the daily hustles, the money additions, right? There's probably, I don't know, we've done this probably for 20 weeks or so. So there's probably 20 episodes. So I can package them all together and I can sell them as a bundle of uplifting, motivational videos around money, right? Helping people transform their thinking around their skill sets, around their money. So I'm doing what I'm teaching you how to do right now. And some of you guys can do it with me. In fact, if you got any value out of today's daily hustle, then I want you to do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button on YouTube and also smash that notification bell. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button on the page, but also hit the like button on the video. And then watch this. If you know without a shadow of a doubt you have some intellectual property that's worth something, and you need help extrapolating that and understanding this process a little bit more, then I want you to comment intellectual property if you're interested in a 15-minute phone call where we can talk about some of your ideas and I can point you in the right direction to putting some of that stuff out, how to expose it based on some of your skill sets and turn that thing into a product that you can later sell and start making you some passive income. If you're interested in that, comment intellectual property in the comments right now. And I want to help you with a 15-minute phone call to understand a little bit in depth how this applies specifically to you and the intellectual property that you have, right? So all I want you to do if you're interested in a 15-minute phone call. So with that, until I talk to you guys next week, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.